What's up, big soccer heads? I'm Eric Krakauer. He's Lloyd Sam. We're at the Water Bean in Uptown Charlotte, and this is Crown Talk. Could a 12-ounce latte, please? Whole milk is fine. This is the vanilla. Oh my God, he's taking pictures of his coffee now. Lloyd, I don't really know where to begin today's Crown Talk or this week's Crown Talk, because it has been challenging to say the least, right? I guess that's one way to put it.
It has been. I'm guessing you're going to go to the two games, especially those two halves of football.
Yes, 2 halves of football that were, I guess, destructive to confidence levels, right?
Yeah.
A come-from-behind win for Inter Miami. That was followed up by, as we talked about in our most recent broadcast, an uplifting win against Chelsea. And by the way, Ian Kunze, one of our video managers here, is wearing a Chelsea hat.
How dare you wear that Chelsea hat after what we did?
I know. To be fair to him, he's been wearing the hat all season, so we won't malign him too much. But it was that win galvanized the players before a trip to Toronto. But Toronto themselves were in good spirits because they were unveiling Bernardeschi and Lorenzo Insigne in a game against us, which turned out to be a bit of a demolition. 4 goals scored in the first half. In the second half, we were better, but those designated players were out, and the job was done essentially. 7 goals conceded in 2 halves of football.
Yeah.
Do you know what's interesting about that?
Yeah.
Charlotte have only conceded 7 goals all season long at home, and now, of course, a 3-game homestand against conference rivals, Columbus, DC, and Chicago.
That's the storyline of the season, the home and away, the difference home and away, right? So even when we talk about, like these away games, the positive thing is that the team knows they can bounce back. They've been tough. It's been tough on the road all year, but it's always been quite solid at home. So I think there can be optimism right now despite those results. Obviously,
Right.
I said the Miami game, that hits you hard the way it was, 2-0 up to 3-2. You would even almost prefer it to be just a straight 1-0 loss or something. Toronto, I gotta be honest about Toronto. That's hard conditions to go into a game. I've got to be really honest. A team that's so excited about their players coming in, the crowd, as soon as I heard the crowd, I was like, whoa, they're up for it. Like, that's a hard game to go into on the road. It's already tough.
I mean, fortune was against us as well, right? A deflected goal that loops over Christian Kalina, who, by the way, said in a press conference recently that there's no more room for mistakes. This is it, right? We're in the final stretch. It's now or never. Get those points, particularly at home. He talked a lot about the team letting down the fans who have always been supportive of the team and continue to be.
Yeah.
I know that for the most part, the expectation was, playoffs, getting into the playoffs. We have a team to get into the playoffs.
What's the expectation? Is it the expectation still playoffs, right?
Are you suggesting that it's changed or they've changed?
I'm asking you, what do you
Why are you
think
putting me on the
right
hot seat? you're the analyst.
Oh, I'm the analyst. I thought you were the analyst.
No. I'm the director of broadcasting.
Director of Crown Talk. But what's the expectation? I mean, I've said it a couple times. It's tough in the first year. These 3 home games coming, I think you will know after those 3 home games what the expectation now is, right? I think everybody knows how important it is.
Yeah.
We know what it's been at home. Home is the fortress. We love home games. I think the players know what it is, though. We can talk what we want on Crown Talk about this is the time. The players know this is the time.
Yeah.
They're going to go out there and they're honest guys. They're going to do their best. Latanzio is going to do his best to set up a game plan to win this first game, first of all, which is not an easy game against Columbus.
No, it isn't.
I know you really like Columbus, right?
I like them, and when I say I like them, I thought that they were quite good in that 1-1 game, because this is the second game against Columbus. Chinashiki scored the equalizer early in the second half after Hurtado had scored the opening goal after an uncharacteristic mistake from Christian Kalina. Who, by the way, just celebrated his birthday, so happy birthday to him, and Harrison Affel as well.
Oh, yeah.
What was the point that I was going to make? Oh, I would coin these 3 games as season defining, right?
Yeah.
You're saying that changes, they change, whatever happens in these games, change the expectations going forward.
Yeah.
I would say that they don't change the expectations, they dictate the expectations.
Yeah.
Because I believe that if there are slip-ups at
That's
home
a better
now,
word to describe it.
yeah, well, that's what I do. I come up with better words. Actually, that's not true. Usually, you're the one who comes up with better words.
I was going to remind you, but I'll
Yes,
let you have it today. Big soccer head.
You know, I forget which game it was recently that I also defined as a proverbial 6-pointer. It may have been Inter Miami, right? We can get 3 points away from them, push them back a little bit. This is very much a 6-pointer because the one against Columbus. If we beat Columbus, we're 1 point away from Columbus, much closer to that playoff line.
Yeah.
In fact, we could leapfrog Cincinnati depending on how their result goes. If we lose to Columbus, all of a sudden we're 7 points behind them. Yeah. And of course, the rest of the results.
So it's a big game.
It's a big game.
We could beat anyone at home, and everybody knows that's involved with the club. So we ain't fearing no one at home. They're gonna turn up. The players are gonna do their best to win that game. They do have good players, but we've got the crowd. We've got and
we got good players as well.
We've got the home run. We've conceded 7 goals. You said at home.
At home.
So there's nothing to fear. Let's see what happens.
7 goals conceded at home in 10 games. 7 wins, 3 losses.
Yeah.
That's equals the second best record for an expansion team. Atlanta United did it in 2017. The only team that did better, Chicago Fire in '98. They were an expansion team that went on to win MLS
7
Cup.
is outrageous.
It is very good.
If we had beers, I would clink you right now to the team.
Well, we can do it with coffee,
we
can't
can
we?
do it. 7 goals conceded at home. Oh, I have to sip.
By the way, can I make my Texas Pete hot take right now?
Oh, let's hear the hot take.
Both
You've been giving me hot takes all week.
Both have I? Have I really?
You just didn't know.
That's news to me. We're drinking hot coffees.
Yeah.
My hot take is never trust somebody who drinks iced coffee.
Okay, the Chelsea fan over there. Mm-hmm. Okay, why'd you say that? What's wrong with iced coffee?
I don't know. It just seems a little bit counterintuitive. All right,
so I guess I need
where
a
were
hot
we?
take. I need my hot take.
Yeah, all right, go ahead.
You've
just put yourself on the spot.
Yeah.
Let's make it game. Let's make it game related.
I should have let it come to me. The next 3 games, hot take 9 points. We can beat anyone at home. Is it even a hot take? But yeah, I'll say just about because of the recent form hasn't been good. People might wonder where is the confidence at. This team is used to not having great games on the road and coming back and turning it around at home. So there's every reason that they can make it happen.
They're also not used to conceding a lot of goals. Right? The Inter Miami game, only the second time they conceded 3. They conceded 3 against DC.
It's away from home though.
And then 4 against Toronto. So that can rattle a team. And I think they need to shake that off. And going back to Kalina, he actually mentioned that in that press conference. He says, we all talk about looking forward to the next game.
Yeah.
But sometimes some losses are hard to get away from, to escape.
Away from home, you can have a bad game. And this team has shown they can get back to the Bank of America Stadium and forget those bad results and then perform. So this team has shown me they can bounce back. So that's probably the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, that's been in their DNA all season long, the ability to bounce back from defeats, which they will absolutely need. So 3 enormous games, back to back to back. It starts with Columbus this Saturday, followed by DC, who may have Wayne Rooney on the bench. And after that, it's Chicago, who have won 3 on the trot. Season-defining games for the Crown. We'll see you at Bank of America Stadium.